This is it! The basement of despair!
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there! See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The keepers of knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
Wow, look, he set up the basement to do like a little expedition thing for his daughter. Oh, this is so wonderful. This is really cool. Also, yeah, I totally saw that pickup there. Wasn't that like Ra? Is that Ra? I don't know who that is. It's one of the Egyptians. It's the jackal, right? Hold on, let's go this way. It looked like a bust of a jackal. We'll see when we get to it. Around one of these corners somewhere. What is this?
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, it totally is Winston. Winston did all of this. So this is about adventures she had with Winston while her parents were away?
Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise.
No, I guess it was the both of them then, and then okay, all right, yeah. Why couldn't it be why didn't that come to me sooner? That they didn't. It wasn't the both of them.
Water damage from the main hall above.
All right, well, I don't want to go that way just yet. Let's go. That was the Eye of Horus we looked at there. It's funny, I don't remember too much from my primary school education outside of like social things and friends I made and teachers and stuff. Like when I try and cast my mind back to specific lessons I had, I really can't recall much, but I can recall incredibly clearly when I did a topic book on ancient Egypt. Like so clearly, like art and poems and things that I did. All right, so hold on. How do we get this pickup? I want it bad. Because that totally is a pickup there, right? Like, I'm not crazy. What do we do for this? Do we go back into... Looks like the only point of access to it is from on the left. So is it all the way back down here and then we go around? I'm sorry, guys, if this is boring you, but look. We need the completionism. We got to collect everything. Oh, God, I basically did a variant on the Pokemon thing there. That's not right. It can't be there. Maybe it's from a totally different angle. I'll cut until we walk back through. Crawling through this place obviously is a bit slow. I'll see you guys in a sec. Oh, okay, hold on. Wait, so this booby trap here, obviously, as they lifted it, the basket would have fallen on our heads. So that doesn't make any sense. So we can't get there. It's like they're right there on the right. I just explored the whole area. I can't find another way through. And it's like there's a way we use explosives to get through or something in a second, like just destroy the place. Maybe we look out for a tunnel on the left here that would eventually get us there. Oh, well, it is curving on the left. Oh, look, I think I just jumped the gun. I think we just find it in this room here, in this storeroom. We don't go through there. That's a miserable looking door too. All right, use the servant's passage to reach the library. We're going to get to the library a bit quicker than I thought. I thought we were going to get the master key first. There we go. Here we are. This is it. Nice.
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection.
Anubis.
Must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Oh, man. Anubis. Of course it's Anubis. Man, I want all of these busts. Ancient Anubis bust, the Immortality Collection. This is so cool. That's the first one that's really felt like it's a secret. Do you know what I mean? Like, and still not super well hidden, but it's felt kind of secret. All right. Let's climb on out. It's amazing how few of the assets from the main game they've reused here. You know, they've really gone all out on this. This feels like a real passion project. This is awesome.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights. There's a missing page.
I wonder what the missing page will help us with. Maybe find something else later. The renovation plans.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
It was almost over before it started. I always admired Dad's ability to recognize when he was wrong. This is a really interesting thing to go into. Like, I feel like most people on life end up kind of having to struggle with this exact problem. Where do you leave your professional life at the door and start pursuing a personal life? You know, and it's something that we all have to struggle with at some point. Wow. Cracks in the foundation. I'm surprised that she left there without us getting more perspective about her deciding to leave. I mean, she still seemed fairly content with Richard up until now. All right, here we go, the library.
Okay. Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
Oh, what? And it just magically closed behind us? That's a bit freaky deaky, man. Oh, this is nice. I want to go in the fireplace already.
Need something to light this.
This is cool. This is very, very cool. All right. Let's get through some more documents.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
Man, why didn't I have a dad like this? This is badass. An actual invisible ink puzzle and stuff. I mean, how privileged would you be to grow up in a place like this? Jesus Christ. I like how all these people are so magically, like, relatable and nice and, you know, they understand roughing it in the wild and stuff. I don't have any confidence in the real world that someone grows up in a manner like this has any understanding of what the real world is like. I have no confidence whatsoever. But here we have these people.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
Wow, this is interesting. We get to see so much about them leaving here. So she was beginning to believe. It must have made Dad so happy to know she could accept his wild ideas. It's amazing to think of Lara's perspective now as well, having encountered Jacob in the main story, having encountered Himiko at Yamatai in the previous game, having known that these things are real, you know? In various senses. Okay, so we can just climb up this ladder at different areas. So this one's not worth it because there's something blocking us off there. All right. Oh, okay. We pull. We don't push. All right, that's fine.
Tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl.
Look how
in the shoulder from time to time.
Look how cool this is. Oh, bollocks! Do you feel something in your shoulder, Lara, with how athletic you are? No way. Nonsense. I call BS right now. I don't believe it. Oh, and now we pull this one and then we go back. Okay. Nice subtle little puzzles here. Why are you doing freaky audio cues, game? Why? Well, before we go up there, let's explore maybe some other areas of the library. Look, all the stuff just stacked up. God, think of the rain and the damp and the mildew just destroying all these paintings and things. That draped over there isn't going to help it. What are you doing, Lara? I don't blame Atlas for trying to take this place back. Look at what's being squandered. Sort it out. All right, here we go. We got something here.
This picture was taken in the library.
Oh, wow. Okay.
1820 additions to the main hall in progress.
1820 additions to the main hall in progress. See, here's where I'm being a bit ignorant. 1820 additions to the main hall. 1820 the year. Were people taking photos like this in 1820? They weren't, were they? What are the oldest pictures that we have? Aren't the oldest pictures, the oldest photographs we have in like the late 1800s, right? Right? I know the video camera was definitely around there, but like, I don't know. Wasn't it, if they're the oldest pictures, people would have to stand, you wouldn't have like an action shot like that, you'd have people sitting, staring at a camera while it like wound up for like 10 minutes, right, before it finally took it. So we're just talking about the quantity of editions, right? I don't know. The renovations, whatever. Okay. You guys can enlighten me. Let's drop down.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. Okay. Like I remember being at school and learning about these, learning about like the reeds next to each other and stuff. No hidden info on this one, but it's nice. They're doing a lot of Egypt stuff.
I see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
Oh, we are a savant.
Jack, those were good times. The best times.
We totally are a savant.
This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
Oh, what a cool looking design for a book. Look how cool this book is. Dude, I would totally keep a handwritten journal if I had a book that looked this cool. Wow, that's badass. Egyptian horror. They're doing a lot with Egypt, guys. Maybe they're winding up to Egypt. I would be okay with Egypt. I really would be okay with Egypt for the next game.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Jaffa cakes next to William Blake. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So she'd have to know about William Blake and find William Blake, I guess. Oh, where's that dinosaur over there? That's funny. I want to go pick it up.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Dad never told me about this myth. Why was he so sure? What did he find that convinced him it was real? And yeah, at what point in the timeline is this as well? It seems to be going at something deeper. But come on, Himalayas. No. Talk to me more about Egypt. No more mountains. No more mountains.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
Oh, was it, Lara? Maybe. I don't know. That sounds like maybe a reasonable speculation.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
Oh, snap. Okay. Oh, am I going to have as a human being have to figure this out now? Dad would never have written down the combination, but it looks like he left himself clues to remember the numbers. Lara's expedition treasure was what? What was the expedition treasure? My favorite painting by Amelia, and then the day of our wedding anniversary. I'm not sure if we found those yet.
To find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here.
Oh, could this be one of them?
Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though. The Croft family crest and initials PC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
BC, so what, like Bernard Croft or something? So what, like Richard didn't actually smoke? Old lighter. Oh, but this is gear. Okay, so we can... Oh, so we're looking for invisible ink, right? So we light the fire and we can...
Should be able to light the fireplace now.
And this will help us figure out the invisible ink. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to hold... Oh, Lara's expedition treasure. Was that the invisible ink puzzle? Was that a part of her Egypt expedition? which would mean we find it somewhere in this room and then we get the number or something from that, perhaps. Let me just check down here for a second. Is this the entrance now? Is this back out into the hallway? Do we need the master key to open this, though? Okay. All right, so probably solving all of this gives us the master key that lets us out at the same time.
It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
Wait, what? Who was the guy she was talking to before? Was it Sir Reginald as well?
This music is familiar. It's beautiful.
Oh, this plays in Venice in Tomb Raider 2. What is this? I can't believe it. This is Venice in Tomb Raider 2 music. What are they doing with me right now? Oh my god, guys. This music is awesome as well. TR2 didn't have many songs in it, but it had this. I know exactly what this is. This plays in TR2. From level 2 straight away. Well, they've got a real thing going on with Tomb Raider 2 as well, it seems. I can't believe it. Oh, I feel like such a nerd right now, and I'm so glad that I'm a nerd for this franchise right here. Oh, that is cool. All right, let's get up this then. We solved this part. Oh, no, wait. We got to push it, don't we? I wonder if that's used as a part of the puzzle there, though. I don't know. All right. Oh, I literally cannot wipe this smile off my face. Let's get up here. All right, chill out. Chill out. Like, I'm fighting the temptation to hum along to that right now.
Blank, except for the image of a key.
Okay, so this is Expedition Map 2 of 2. This is what's got the invisible ink on it, I'm guessing, right?
Remember this map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire.
Okay.
I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid.
Okay, so we get a key to get the master key, is what you're telling me right now? Maybe? Something along those. Why can't I interact with this again? More missing gear there as well. Alright, that's fine. Let's scroll on through over here and down this ladder. Will it just trigger now and let me...
I can see the map.
There we go.
Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase.
Okay, so this is the room we're looking at. The couches. It's funny that the orientation of these hasn't moved in all these years. You know, these places always seem so grandiose and lovely, but it's like I've got so few people in my life that like to imagine. I would always just get vaguely depressing, these empty chairs. Do you know what I mean? All right. So it's hidden under a trunk near the bookcase. So we are here, and then it's just like
X marks the spot, as they say.
hidden under this trunk. Oh yeah, look at this. We can push it. Oh yeah. Sorry, is the idea that Lara did this and she forgot?
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
Oh wow, a lot of the map is just opened up here.
All right. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
Okay, well, I'm excited. Let's have a quick look here then, because we missed this stuff too.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
It's got me in a Tomb Raider 2 mood now, and all I can think about is how is in TR2 they added tigers and you were killing tons of them.
So many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
None of them ended up quite like you expected, right? Maybe we'll see a tiger in the next game. I want to pick up the fluffy toy. Give me the fluffy toy. All right, so which door do we want to go out of now? That one back into the main area? I want to go high. I want to go up these ones up here. These seem more interesting to do. So let's check this out. Oh, the music stopped now, I guess. Oh, wait. Was the key for this, was it? It was indeed.
Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8?
Isn't this what we saw in a picture she was wearing earlier?
I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number, but which one?
Snap. Okay, so this is a part of the combination. Here you go, safe combination clues as well. They're under their own category. So 2 out of 2. Search the library for remaining combination clues. Okay, so if I press tab here. Wow, 54 relics? We're about halfway through it seems then, guys. 2 murals? But what the hell were the murals? All right, well, let's just keep going. I guess the puzzle will be like the last thing we do. So let's just keep going with it. We're just over halfway, I guess. Call me in. I'm down for another hour of this.
Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
Okay. Yeah, because we got everything here, right? There was nothing downstairs in the servants' corridor. There was, however... however... Wait, no, this doesn't make sense. Oh, I'll tell you what it is. If we go into the door downstairs here that's locked, this should take us back into the library immediately. This should be the library, I think. Or is this the West Wing? Oh, this is the West Wing, and suddenly I'm scared. Wait, so what about the other exit to the library then? What was out of there? All right, I've got to go check that, guys. I'll be back in 1 second. Here we go. All right, this is it. Oh, straight into the West Wing again, is it? Is this also the West Wing? If we come out here, is this the main hallway? All right, this is the main hallway. Okay, they were both into the West Wing. All right, that's fine. So then the other question is, there was a box in this room, wasn't there, on the second floor that we could go into? And no doors on the lower floor. All right, that's fine. But there was also a door on the upper, wasn't there? Wasn't there both? So, master key here.
Worse than I thought.
Okay, that's the West Wing. That's the West Wing. So what's the corridor we were in a second ago? Maybe the corridor we were in a second ago is just like collapsed in and doesn't have anything there. So we'll check that out in a sec.
Croft family crest.
Oh, beautiful, Croft. Man. Oh, what did that say there? What was the tag? I didn't read it before I closed off. Reminds me of King Arthur and stuff, which again, one of the games sort of touched on. All right, here we go. Let's go this way. Oh, this is just the library again, right? This is just the library. Okay, search for the remaining combination relics. That's fine. And, all right, yeah, just as I thought. This is just all blocked off. Okay. All right, you sly dogs, Crystal Dynamics, you make me think that there's more to explore than there is. We did at least get this document, so it was worth it.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
Okay, so Lara stormed off. She was upset about something. Dinner didn't go according to plans. And up here, Winston said, Lara says that she doesn't even remember the letter and that she's sure she wasn't able to read it at the time. Did Winston just write this more for himself than for Lara? Wow. I hear about that a lot. People like write letters to get stuff off their chest, but they never send them. But you usually destroy them after that, don't you? So what's the like accepted tier list for love in life? Is it supposed to be at the top is your child, second is your spouse, and third is your work? Is that the idea, right? I like how we're like categorizing these as fundamental things that people must feel. Otherwise, you're a bad person if you exist outside of that. Let's light this fire for the hell of it. Doesn't reveal anything, does it? I don't think so. Be funny that I like how they got rid of all the challenges. This is just like the pure like exploration part of the game. Do you know what I mean? All right, let's go upstairs now. All right, so the West Wing, I think, is the only thing left for us to do. I don't believe there was anything else in the game so far that I needed the master key to see. Oh, wait. There was something that I needed the master key to see. Hold on. When we went into the servant's passage, okay, wasn't there a door that was a master key door just down the first flight, down this spooky ass corridor? This is a master key door, isn't it? So what do we have here? Oh, the same damn corridor again. So they all just arch back into here. All right. Wow, that probably should have made some sense to me already. Another fire. Oh, but they barred it up. I would have quite enjoyed lighting a fire there. But the thing is, all these chimneys could be blocked and stuff at this point. I don't know, man. It could be a real hazard lighting any of these fires. Or if we just come back upstairs to find that it's all been destroyed at some point. All right.
This is strangely beautiful.
Yeah, it is. This is very Last of Us right now. I see the Naughty Dog influences. Let's go left, because it looks more blocked off.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
So what happened here? Okay, perhaps someday. Well, today's the day, guys. Today we're going into the West Wing. So it was sealed off in Amelia's memory. Amelia really left at this point, and then that was it. I assumed that this was just a part of their story. Oh, it's so creepy and ghostly and horrific. All right, so we got a door here. Before I open any doors, I want to just check this hallway here as well. Oh, this one looks... Oh, my God!
Okay, Lara, keep it.
Oh. Stop! What is it with games freaking me out like this? There's no... I don't believe in ghosts.
Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
Well, we're about to.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely. Yours, Winston.
This is really fun. Seeing like how Anna starts coming into the picture. This is really, really, really fun. Winston, he really did look out for me. Did we ever find out the fate of Winston at any point? Are we going to in this? Had we heard of Winston before this? I can't remember. All right, let's go in here. I'm guessing 2 entrances to the same room.
Touched for years, exactly as she left it.
All right, I'm also guessing each of these side rooms each has a clue that we care for the safe.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways. Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
They're doing something really crazy here. They're setting up like these guys had the perfect relationship and yet she left. And it's making us wonder why. Also, I've just got to say, like, if I was Richard here setting this up, I'd be so scared that I'd made it too hard. And then she'd get bored and just wander around and happen to look out of a window and happen to stumble onto the end. Good job, Dad. You knew how hard this decision was for her and you made it easy. So quite an early journal there, I guess. Oh, is this a painting of him?
Which one was Dad's favourite?
Right. Because this was one of the clues, right? The favourite painting. It already says 1 out of 2. Why have we got a circle written up there? I don't know, though. What's this here?
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Lara says it must have been so hard for her to give up her family. You know what I don't know what strikes you guys as we listen to this, but what strikes me as I listen to this is I'm really interested in Atlas. I'm really interested in why he's so bitter. And I'm interested in seeing him in the next game. I'm interested in seeing him be redeemed somehow. Safe combination clues.
Blocks of red. Dad's favourite painting. Maybe something about that painting will help me figure out the combination.
Okay, well, there are 4 blocks of red. So maybe that one of the digits is 4. Maybe, I mean, it would stand to reason that it's the blocks of red that we care about. What else could we pick out from this? It's weird, because as I look at it, sometimes I think it's a field, and at other points I'm thinking of, like, houses. It's odd. Oh. Okay. So that's all fine.
Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small.
Wow. Nothing. I keep searching for extra information when it says there's no extra information. And look at you now, Lara. You tomboy, you. No shame in that.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young.
Mum died, did she? Okay. Can we climb this ladder? We certainly can't move it. Oh, we can climb the ladder. Okay, nice. I guess the rest is just for our joy then, right? Of exploration right now? Rather than,
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today.
Rather than finding more combination clues. So what do we see here? The Gallery of Fine Arts, Amelia Croft, London Art Gallery. The full collection.
It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
Well, we heard a little of that earlier, right? She put it off for a little while for the Tibet adventure, expedition.
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favourite whiskey tonight. It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft, my darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
I always feel bad when games and media does this because, like, as far as I understand, there are a lot of women who don't get that powerful immediate connection, and it makes them feel like monsters when they're not, because, like, media is constantly screaming at them that, like, they should experience some magical thing the second they become mothers. Anyway, I still feel the connection to you, Mum. Let me to drag it down too much. It'd be so interesting to hear, like, a journal from one of your parents from the day you were born. No one in my family's ever had the foresight or care to keep such rigorous journal taking. None of us lead interesting enough lives. All right, so we got that. That was the only thing up there, right?
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
See, look how privileged she is. How many kids have got the privilege of a freaking grand piano to practice at? My God. All the classic set pieces are here. All right, so nothing else to interact with in this whole room. Are we 100% positive, guys? We ready to move on? I think we are ready to move on. All right, here we go.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Yeah, I'm sure you are glad. All right, let's go check the other room then. Ugh, look at what you've let her wing become, though. Christ almighty. This is easy pickings for looters, let me tell you that much. The master bedroom. Ooh, okay.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life, every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations, free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
Marrying in Luxor was Mum's idea. I never knew. I'm lucky to have this glimpse of her so many years later. Do you know where else you could have got this glimpse, Lara? From Roth, who you knowingly hung out with for ages. It's so sad that Roth is dead. Like, it's so sad. I wouldn't even care if they did a cheesy bring Roth. Well, I kind of would care. But man, what I wouldn't give for more scenes with Roth. Jesus. From the Lara of today, right? I feel like they'd have so many great conversations. It feels like that whole side of the world, that entire connection Lara could have had to that side of her history was just killed with that man. Sad stuff. And maybe Grimm to an extent, but come on. Who remembers Grimm?
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
God, is that what we're feeling, guys? Peace? Looking through this old dirty laundry? I know Dad couldn't deal with what happened, but it's time to open up the West Wing again, and it's time to move on. Poor Roth, just trying to help out too.
At least that old thing still works.
Wait, what old thing? Oh, the clock. Oh, we can hear it ticking too. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, what's on the bed? What is this? Oh, it's the ring.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it.
You're probably holding a lot of money in your hand right now, aren't you?
The inscription is faded.
What does the inscription say? What does it say? Always yours? I swear that second word is yours. I wonder what the inscription says. Can anyone make that out? Oh, it's so hard to control this. There we go. Forever yours? Forever? Always? Eternally. It says eternally yours. Eternally yours. Very fitting concerning what, what these characters are up to. Eternally yours. Let's open this up.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather?
BC.
Griffin. He was more infamous at Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favours a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived.
Whoa.
I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
God, he sounds like such a nerd. A new father finds out he's about to have a kid, and he's like, writes this kind of stuff. That's the second method mentioned to Ra, though, there. Okay, cool.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
Yeah, but that's the boring answer. That's the boring answer.
I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
Okay. Oh my god, come on, man. Come on.
October 13th, Mum's birthday.
There we go. That's one of the clues, isn't it? That's what we were looking for.
Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday. Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
Not just yet, Lara. We got a couple more things to grab here before then.
Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful.
Wow, okay.
There's a date, October something. Damn, the number is faded.
That would have been, so it was 4 days before, right? So it would have been October 9th. That would have been when they married.
The anniversary was in October, but which day?
October 9th.
I believe I don't know this. There's
October 9th.
another clue somewhere.
October 9th!
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her.
I'm totally going to get that date wrong now. Oh, all right, here we go. Another bust.
This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
Yeah, that would be really weird. They've all been blokes as well so far, haven't they? They've all been dudes.
After everything...
I think this was Dad's pocket watch.
Oh, we kind of interrupted some stuff there. My bad, guys.
Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
Oh, or it stopped and then he moved it to midnight.
God, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.